Hey there, and welcome back to All in Crypto. In this video, we're looking at Cardano, ADA. So we're going to start here on the weekly chart, and got a couple things to point out. First thing is on the stochastic down here, we had a bullish divergence come in, and we have also crossed to the upside and breaking above the 20, which is a good sign. Also, the RSI has got a little bit of divergence going on, bullish divergence that is. We got a, let's see if I can zoom in here. We're going up right here as the price is going down. So we got some bullish divergence coming in on the RSI, and we started to make our move upwards already. Another thing I wanted to look at was obviously the Fibonacci. So from the very bottom to the top. Yeah, so this is pretty bullish. We're holding the 382 nicely, or we held the 382 pretty nicely. We hit it multiple weeks. This is the weekly time frame, so we hit it multiple weeks, and now we're making a move to the upside. Got the 200-week EMA and the 20-week EMA still right in front of us here. So it looks like we're going to be getting some resistance here. Pretty strong resistance, I'd guess, around the 61 to 65 cent mark. 60 to 65 cents, roughly. It's pretty strong resistance. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so it came down, and it looks like Cardano retested this previous high right here. And then that's kind of where it found some support, which is also the 382 as well. Volume's been dropping pretty heavily. Haven't seen any real big volume moves coming in yet on the weekly. So that's a little concerning. I think a lot of people are waiting for this new hard fork to come in. I think it's the Vasil hard fork is coming in. And normally Cardano makes its big moves during news events. So when the smart contracts came out, we had a huge run up. When was that? Was that September? Whenever that was. That was September of 2020. Yeah, and then we had this massive run up after the hard fork for the smart contracts. But yeah, so I think that with this news event coming up, and we've been holding this support right here, and holding the 382 Fibonacci, that's pretty bullish. But we do have to get past, let's zoom in here, we do have to get past the 50 and the 20. We're also in this downtrend, which we still haven't reached yet, which actually it looks like there's some confluence here with I'm sorry, not the 50, the 200 and the 20, and the resistance here. So I could see us kind of bouncing around here, and we just kind of meet all three right around this section here, and probably going to get rejected. That's a pretty, that's a lot of resistance right there. You've got not only the 20, the 200, but also a trend line that's been going on for, ever since August 30th of 2021. So it's been a full year of a trend going down. So yeah, I could see us getting rejected there, possibly creating some kind of a double bottom, and then finally breaking out, or breaking through the trend line, coming back down and retesting, which would create our double bottom, and then breaking out, something like that. Let's go ahead and move into the daily and see if we got anything happening right now. We've got some bearish divergence that came in a few days ago. We got also a downward cross on the stochastic, bearish cross there, and it looks like, so we've got this trendline support. So if you're watching on the daily, we got to hold this trendline support here, which we've been doing so far. We haven't even touched it yet. Crypto's been down a little bit today in this week, so I could see us coming back down and retesting the support again, which would also line up with previous resistance here. So we had the resistance. This was a rising wedge here that we broke out of. Now we're coming back down to retest. And from the bottom to the top here, Yeah, see, right now we tapped the 236. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to come back down to the 382, which would also retest the 20 and the 50 EMA, that means we've broken through this, and the pattern is probably no good unless it's just a fake out to the downside and then shooting straight up after that. So just kind of be wary of this trend line right here. If we can hold it and bounce off of it, keep going up, that'd be good news. But also, I mean, you can kind of draw it like this as a rising wedge. Actually, a lot of crypto right now is doing a rising wedge right now, which is bearish. And the other bearish thing about this rising wedge would be that we came up, we hit the top with a solid candle. We wicked up to the top, and then it took us some time here before we finally went up and hit it again, but it was a very big rejection from this, which is telling me that the bulls are losing momentum here. We're pretty hot. We're pretty high on the RSI. I mean, we still got a ways to go on the RSI actually, but we are in the bearish divergence of the stochastic, and we don't have any divergence on the RSI on the daily. But like I said, it looks like we're losing momentum here. We had strong push up, somewhat of a strong push up, and we're losing it, and got rejected. So I would assume we're going to come back down at least to retest this line. If it is a bearish wedge that's going up here, then the target would be back down around 42 cents. But normally I don't see these go down to the very bottom unless it's super bearish. I would assume we're probably going to hit somewhere around the 45, 46 cent level, where we've got a lot of support now from all this support that came in previously. If we pull a fib from the bottom to the top, yeah, maybe we wick down to that or something, and then we come back up and hold the 618. That would be the most bullish scenario. That's just a higher low in this whole move here, which is, we're kind of due for one. We've had a long, drawn out move to the upside, and we're kind of due for at least a 618, maybe even wicking down to the 786 and holding this support line here, and then moving and holding the 618 or somewhere around there. So I would expect at least, if we're not just going to go down to 54 cents, to make it down to, 46 cents, somewhere around there, and then hopefully we can continue on our bullish move. And let's just see what we got down in the 6 hour really quick. On the 6 hour, so the stochastic turned over, and so did we. Kind of forming a falling wedge here, which we're at breakout point right now on the 6 hour. So anytime within the next 12 hours, if we are going to break up on this, then we'd break up right here. But we got the red candles on the UT bot, and so that normally when we get red candles, they don't really do much but go sideways or down, one of the two. And so unless these, if you're using the UT bot, which is an indicator that I use, UT bot, it changes the candle color, and it kind of just tells you when it's bullish, they'll turn green. As you can see, went up, had a little fall, but then went up. And then when it's red, it's either bearish, like you're going to drop, or you're just going to go sideways. So we did fall through support on the 20 EMA on the 6 hour. So we fell through that. Right now we're coming, we tried to go back above it and got this huge wick. We're trying to go back above it right now, but we still got 4 hours left on this candle here. It's probably going to push us back down. If anything, because we're in this falling wedge here, there is a chance that we break up, come back up and retest the 618 or the 786, which would also complete the price target of this wedge if we got up to the 786. Then we do that, we double top, and then we come back down. And that's looking at, a couple of days from now, maybe tomorrow or the next day. We're going to see this, if it's going to work out to where we're going to come down, double top, and then fall through. Would probably be in a couple of days. And that's kind of what I see on Cardano ADA right now. Actually, before you go, let's kind of throw out a price target here. Let's go back to the weekly. If we do maintain some bullish moves here, bullish momentum here, and Oops. If we maintain some bullish momentum and we do double bottom out of this, my price targets would obviously be back to the 1 Fibonacci, which is around $3. And if we can get even more bullish, looking at possibly around $5.60. And my final target would be around $11.30. And I think last bull run, everybody was calling for a $10 or $5 Cardano. Well, there's your price targets, what they were looking at last bull when we started making this move, before we started in this bear market here. They were calling for these moves, at least a $5 Cardano is what I was hearing a lot of. Didn't make it there. I think, what kind of move was this? So let's pull a Fibonacci and see if we hit anything here. So yeah, right there. We went up to the 2618 and we got rejected there, came back down. And yeah, so I can kind of see us if we double bottom out of here, go on up and possibly hitting that $5.60 target. Don't know when that would happen, maybe next year, maybe the year after. Maybe this hard fork's going to come in and we're going to make a massive move, kind of like what we did right here. Maybe we had this, we're going to go up, come back down. Once we get above the 50 EMA, that's the most important one. We got to get above that, retest it as support, and then move on up. So that's Cardano, ADA, and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like it, and share with your friends. I'm not a financial advisor. Talk to you later.